Oh, for us now, good evening. The program they watch now, Uduota. Uduota means heart of the matter. And with the reach now from Independent Television, Edo State, Nigeria. Now, you see every Monday and every Friday, we're always there when they discuss and analyze issues that get to do with this country and this nation. We don't come again for another round of discussion today. And this evening, we'll also look at the budget because Oga President when you want to can say the budget of economic recovery. So we don't do again the budget of growth. Got many names when they call them. My name and map all of us now go do this discussion. Also by 30 minutes time, we open the line YouTube, we make your own contribution concerning this issue and so we discuss. I did with HI Robe when I done with the same face of this program. If you guys are watching for the first time in a public affairs commentator at the same time, now very well-groomed academician. Okay, good evening, sir.
I agree to my brother. My people for us, I agree to now.
Frank, I'm a God, and a man of God, at the same time, a person who say he put eye near Buko well, and he deal with us again. All of us go join discuss about today. Okay, Frank, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my people for us. Good evening.
Yes, last two weeks ago, one brother, Taiwo Francis Akrele, the former chief of staff to Edo State government, at the same time, now be country rep for one body we call Buru Rights Africa. Yes, so he could join us via Zoom this evening because nothing join us this for live studio today. All of us are going to look this matter. So, Buru Rights Africa and my brother Francis Taiwo Akrele, I salute you. Very soon we will soon see your face. So, Frank, we get budget of 16.39 trillion. First of all, when you look at the budget, what do you look at? What will be your first reaction? It will give us what will be your own assessment for the team we don't see so far?
Yeah, when I first see the figure, I think a radio station. As you see 92.3 for independent radio. When I consider this one, it can be 16.39. This money not going to show. Therefore, budget and well, so that many problems where Nigeria gets, the fee easily look into them. And also to draw budget not easy. You don't be saying money on the ground. Since you want to draw, we will project and where. So the budget where I see now, you know if you go around as all of us they expect. The way they can carry and go for naming ceremony, they consider that we call this budget for 2022. Now budget of economic recovery. They give out the various names. And now the name they give Peking, now it will show. But the name they give this budget now, and from the amount so they knack put, I don't just say that recovery no go hard to, except they don't use story until they cover the thing. The way they go so, we don't already complain, we until they allocate some percentages. And as it can be, so many expectations where Nigerians want make government meet with this money now, it not go reach.
Why you talk so?
It not go reach because the way they put for health, for instance, health now just 5% of the budget, ordinary 5%. And any country want grow, now the health, education, infrastructure, health they give them 5%, they give education 7.9. And our president talk one time ago for this year, where go Bodo say education are 50%. But they did not for can't reach ground now, come for enter ground, can't land for 7.9. And for infrastructure, social development is now 8.9. This is not rich now. Even the one put 50% for security and defense. With the way insurgency day now, banditry. So we need plenty money to take fight them. In all of this, to say more money day, but they talk say this year, this next budget now will be 2022 on, a big pass the former one. Now this supposed to get the sense say this money no go reach. Got so many problems this way full ground. Now they can't give you these allocations, percentages. So with this one, this money not go reach 16.39 like FM.
Are you sure?
Yes.
For the first time, the Senate president called someone tell Mr. President, say at least made a skill down borrowing. What makes you see the talk like that?
Well, my people for us agree to Nigeria. When you say me person scale down borrow, the meaning be say the kind of money where you dey spend make you look am well and see whether someday where you not suppose spend as you dey spend. You see, when we talk about budget and budgeting, now estimates na e be. No be say the money don't come. The plan be say now like this I dey expect money to come, and like this I go expect to spend am. So when the Senate President they say scale am down, it's very germane, it's dey reasonable. Scale am down, cut am down. Even the minister talk say now because of the large expenditure wey government dey carry, na im make am dey be like say budget dey hard for them to implement. Say no be issue of debt be the matter, like all Nigerians dey cry say why you dey borrow. Minister say no be say to borrow na anything, na because of wetin government carry na im cause am. E be like person wey dey dance up and down. You say no be issue of borrowing be the matter, but na the issue of wetin government dey spend. Na the same, they say see throat, they say see neck. Now you dey borrow. The borrowing means money wey you get for hand or wey you dey expect, e no go fit buy wetin you wan buy. E be like me now, I dey use Okada and I wan buy Jeep. Me never get that kind of money. Then I come go market, they say see the price for Jeep. Then I go borrow from my friend, say make I buy that Jeep. How me wan pay back? Na be the matter. What are we producing? Wetin this investment? Because when you borrow to invest. But when you borrow, say you want take settle debt or you want to pay salaries, that will not be investment. Now money wey dem put for hole, na be that. That is why when Senate President come dey advise, say money wey dem spend, e be like money wey dem put for hole. They no dey recover am. But money wey dem invest, na dey bring or produce further money. Now for this year, government say wetin dem dey expect na 16.39 trillion wetin dem will spend. Now wetin dem will spend be that is the budget. But wetin they will really get from the calculation wey they make from oil and from no oil sector na about 10 trillion. But they can't say, they can't plan past the 10 trillion. Wetin 10 trillion will fit give us. Say we go do this, we will do that, we go do that. It can't be long-term development plan. They can't carry Nigeria go up to 2026. And Nigeria can't be like nation where they spend today, waiting they will get tomorrow. In other words, by tomorrow, nothing will even dey pot because you don't already spend on today. I think it's quite risky. Maybe they borrow. But people where they borrow, I don't say the argument will be every nation of the world borrows. That is true. But that would be a fallacy in terms of Nigeria, in Nigeria context. Because when people they borrow, they look at what they call the capacity to repay. Now, in Nigeria, they talk of internal borrowing and external borrowing. Borrow money first. They say, me want spend wetin I never get. And so, when they advise, say, may we cut down on that one so that the nation will fit manage wetin they get. Like my brother talk, he say the money where they propose, e no go reach. I come dey laugh. Why e no go reach? Are we not supposed to cut our coat according to our size? Now as we reach be that. So why must you have a bogus spending when you do not have an equivalent income wey you go take back am up? You know, they go people wey dey do economics will say financial backing to whatever plans that you have, for whatever fiscal plan that you have. Do we have the financial backing? Do we have the capacity to pay? Now, what they draw us back over time, over the years, is that by the time Nigerian government come they spend the money as they take proposal, the huge debt burden go they draw us back. For example, if be this, if they plan for 500 naira, we say, oh, this thing when I want to do for this week now 500 naira. And when we don't calculate everything, we will give us the money now 400 now it will give us. But we want meet up with that 500 challenge. We go look that thing well. Say, is it necessary? May we extend down beyond the 400 naira where we they get? So the budget, when they talk of parameters for budget and budgeting, what the Nigerian government look before they come, they say now 16.39 trillion, nine they go spend this year. They expect waiting oil will give us. That is the first. Say in the international market, how much oil now then they sell them now. For the budget where they put down, they say a barrel of oil will sell for $57 a barrel. Now Nigeria they produce about 2 million barrels a day according to books. Why I say according to books, say I never know whether we they produce any oil for Nigeria again, because every quantity of oil where we they take for Nigeria today now imported oil. Now back to the analysis. Nigerian government put this budget based on how much we they expect. We they expect say we go sell our oil for 57 naira. Did I say naira? Dollars. Yes, per barrel. And we they produce too. So they come crown on like that. Now the danger where they be say, if the international market for oil fall below that 57, it go be deficit. It go be serious matter. But if it go to 70, like he said last year, they never tell us what they can do. But that was based on 48, and then they sell them for 75. The difference almost double. So we expect this year too, say before the end of the year, the price of crude go increase, so that apart from the 57 benchmark where them put, maybe we'll go sell for around 80. We will get about $30 per barrel added fund. And so now there they go they fund. Now there they suppose fund, not be say borrowing. You fund from your surplus, not from your deficit. Nigerian government, when me know, now be the only government where they plan deficit budget. How can you spend what you don't earn? You don't plan a deficit. You actually plan a budget that will sustain your economy for the year. Don't exceed the benchmark. For example, when they say the GDP, before you go spend, you go anything when you want add, will pass 3% of the GDP. Now, so the law talk for 2007 when they put down. But this year, Nigerian government come to raise them from that 3% to 3.9%. They say, oh, Nigerian marginal. Now, small we take top up. The implication of that be say, we don't go against the law. We don't go against the ceiling. What the budget has shown is that even the presidency or the president has done or has done something for which the National Assembly might even call for sanction, if I want to put it that way. I don't want to use the term impeachment because it's impeachable. There's a ceiling where you can go at 3%. Now you are going for 3.9. Now you want everybody to believe you, and they want Nigerians to follow. So when they say cut down borrowing, let them also lead by example.
Which people then?
National Assembly. They should lead by example.
But you say what the president do? What about themselves?
No, they are not executive. Government executive will present paper, say, see what the nation they expect. I beg, make una approve them. Their own is to look at it, whether it is feasible.
Okay. Why you say lead them lead by example?
Leading by example. This should start from themselves. For example, this year, the budget where the president give the word, I don't want to say Nigeria again, National Assembly alone has 134 billion. 134 where they will use this year for National Assembly. Then out of that, about 89 will go to House of Rep. We know say that one, now those ones, they, according to them, they walk past even the senators. Now that is the budget. Now, how they will spend this money, they don't tell us. Leading by example, be say, make them tell Nigerians now, wetin president put for inside the 134 billion when he said they will spend for the National Assembly. The National Assembly Commission should come and tell us see how he want spend the money, who they take what did they want to take and do, how he want go. In 2020, 2021 last year budget, the budget for National Assembly now 128 billion. But before they pass am, now so president submit am to them. But before they pass am, they call add 6 billion. Join and say the money no go reach because according to them, they will buy vehicles, more vehicles. They will renovate the National Assembly. You know, say they never renovate, and still they leak. They will renovate them. They will do travels. They will do tours. They will do refreshment. So they can't put them. Everybody come there and say why? They can't say the presidency alone, wey suppose be one man, deputy, and a few others. They put 26 billion. Wey presidency go use one man with his people 26 billion for that same budget. So when they say oh cut am, I sure say they look those offices wey no suppose exist. For example, the office of the first lady, e no dey constitution, e no dey anywhere, but there is a budgetary provision for that office.
In the
Yes, they make budget give the office, and that is an office that does not exist. The office does not exist according to papers, according to the Nigerian constitution. But this is a creation of the political, what is it called now, leaders, to, I don't want to say siphon, to spend money illegally. This is because, again, that office no dey account to anybody. No dey account to anybody. There is no retirement of funds from that office. And you have workers there. You have people who are employed. Office of first ladies, whether for presidency, governors, and local government chairmen. There are offices, and these persons have special advisors. They have senior special advisors. They have drivers. They have watchmen, and the rest. This is a creation that is nothing. And so when the people they complain, they are looking at una they sink money into this one. What thing that they take and do? Now there you go see first lady go say in donate 10 buses. From where? In build hospital. From where? So until we start to account for the money that we spend, even this issue of budget will become something difficult for us to analyze.
Frank, did you agree with him about this issue of a National Assembly they talk?
Okay, National Assembly, they don't even get power because of the things where they don't commit.
I don't understand you.
When they go say they want to go present budget, they don't present budget. They don't defend budget, I mean. They just wake up, say, okay, how much we go need now? 10 billion. Okay, we'll give a presidency 30 billion, may they approve. And once they not defend their budget, they don't see they retire them. Now zero accountability. And that kind of thing, how nation will take waka. That's why they don't feel talk about president or the wife, office of the first lady. Because they themselves, they part the money. Different MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies, all of their hand, all your full inside, all of them. For instance, now, Federal Inland Revenue Service, FRS. If you check what they say they want to use money to do, if person wey don't go to school at all, you go laugh.
Like what?
For instance, say they want to spend 2.8 billion naira for uniform. 2.8 billion for uniform. Now secondary school, the uniform will not be apron they wear. They can't time for two sides. 2.8 billion naira. Then they want to spend. I don't dey inside budget. Apart from that, found out 50 million naira on food. What do they chop? Which food they want chop? Found out 50 million for 1 year they chop. So that are only one part of it to FROS. So that's all these things come add. That can make Nigeria say they still they borrow. Because as a president want go borrow, they wait for that for outside. Say how much? Say na $10 million. Say no, you make am 50. Make am 50. I'll sign an now for outside. Say no, how can I come inside the hollow chambers? So Nigeria, as somebody talk on a scam.
What do we scam?
Nigeria lamentation place.
You feel say people they do.
Let me tell us.
Well, you know, the whole country now scam.
Who they talk?
I know.
But what did they talk?
Some leaders
agree.
No, you feel say some leaders they do.
Okay, now they go for, if you go village now,
Yes.
they can't bring the crate of mineral to will be 24. So 24 bottles. The oga for there, he go take 12. And at tempo there, he go take 12. They say, they say will be 13. Yeah, may go round though. I shall say go round. You don't take half, only him.
So take off Sharon.
And they say, well, I'm gonna manage him. May go round. You go talk with force. May I shall say this thing go round though. Get back. So Nigeria, I want to say na scam. I think we'll draw that one. So the leaders we will get, they want to make Nigeria good.
Some non-pure.
A lot of them. If you draw line now, more than 99.9. Now what do you want to enter their pocket? That they're concerned about. Okay, all this money they will collect now, House of Assembly now, they're not going to tire them.
No.
Don't go pay person now. Well, those accountants say zero accountability. When you bring your budget, they don't defend them. You say one use like FRS now, they want to use 550 million naira take job.
Yes.
By now, this people, House of Assembly, both call them because they can't defend this one now. They're not going to feel because they too they wait for their own. So the way the budget be, it just shows say the next year now nothing will work. For the oil sector now, they expect say based on that budget or that FM budget, that budget say na 20 what now? 2.5 million barrels per day, 2.5 billion barrels. But right now Nigeria produce 1.4. So what you don't put in place to ensure say we fit produce that one.
Yes.
When the Minister of Finance, Budget and something planning, they talked the other day. She said the problem not be for not to service debt too. The problem now to generate revenue. Say people don't pay tax well. What should they talk? I can't they laugh. Say last year 40 million Nigerians they pay tax. I said Nigeria try 40 million. Say this year now 41 million people they pay tax. Who want pay tax? Who get work? Which infrastructure you provide for ground? The top of point enabling environment where you provide to take make people pay tax. So if Nigerians 41 million people pay tax, we try well. A lot of people don't get work. They don't get house. They don't get anything. So if that number fit pay, then they plan to increase the tax. Say go increase tax. Say the debt we owe. No, that will be problem. Now to generate more.
Yes.
Road, you no repair them. No light, no water, no security. Who's here? The police PRO come talk say Frank Uba, who get like my name, but I was senior. So he come talk say if they kidnap you, may you cooperate. That gets in a bedroom talk now. We can't talk come out. That means say Oyo on your own. From Oyo you go move to Yobe. Yeah, bad experience. So from there, no hope. So these are our leaders in various areas for this country. So what they try talk in essence, we say, we never ready to do budget. Like this budget, we just cancel them. We're not making a public hearing. House of Assembly, what do you want to use the money to do? Analyze them. Everybody hear them.
But it has never been in Nigeria.
And they go start them now. A lot of civil society groups, they complain now. And that's for Assembly. The money want to use break and double no. It will say FIRS not break their own down. If I don't know, so one use 2.8 billion naira to sew uniform. Which uniform? Na khaki, I mean na leather or na iron uniform you want so. Whose uniform? We dey here nurses they complain. Even they are part of their training. Say government supposed to pay allowance for their uniform. They don't give them for so many years. So FIRS, which uniform you need to take write tax? You don't take paper, take barrel, move from office to office. Which uniform? And at the end of the day, the Nigeria has to suffer. No, if I talk now, you're not going to agree. No, next year. With this budget now, we don't say for Nigeria, we're very religious.
Yes.
Everything now God, you're not concerned God at this point. So now human factor. Where we supposed to calculate? Person one chop with 550 million naira, you want chop food. Which kind of food be that?
Okay.
For you do office, not be office. Okay, as you come here, so now after they give you food,
no.
Not be your buy food for yourself. The other enjoy your salary. Don't say they come provide food again 550 million naira. Where schools, if they show some schools now for Nigeria, they don't get table, they don't get chair. Now stone that they put together, they go put one plank across. Only when I don't use that kind of money to chop. So the way we take do this budget, truth not there inside at all. A lot of secrecies are inside. So don't we bring the come out one by one. If we bring the come out one by one, this budget no reach like this. So you don't reach like this. If we bring the come one by one, we'll scrutinize them. This budget not reach 16.39 FM. No go reach like that because all this money they put inside, the 10 trillion naira we suppose just bring come out. If we just touch everything, they don't pad them.
Yes.
So that we don't fit borrow again. More than 70% of what they get safe, it go into debt service, you know.
Yes.
More than 70%.
Now that area they come, this issue of debt servicing. A member of the House of National House of Rep, you can't see the money when they want to service the debt, the budget, service debt, cover pass money when they want to do projects.
Well, now you see, our people for village they talk say the year where they eat seed yam and yam, hunger no they did that year. Now the following year, now you go wait. When you chop your seed yam and your yam is safe. Now, when they talk of servicing debt, first of all, how much debt will they grant and how much Nigerians get where they will take pay. You no go fit say because you can't get problem. Promise where you make, person will give you money first. When time come, say make you come pay, you will come they draw back. No. So that's why they will still make provision for that one. So when we they look at the percentages of allocation, we will see now there we want to score the budget. We will say whether the budget is right or wrong or whether it is fair or bad. Now the percentages and then the world recommendation. For example, the education sector, the UNESCO recommendation is 26%. This year it is 7.9%. That is grossly underfunded. So when you say education is underfunded in Nigeria today, now on that basis, now you go to talk. Now health now 5, and they say now 5%
yes,
they give them this year, and so it's supposed to be 15%. But where government try and where we say they come the lay foundation, now security, they come say security and defense. For once, they come step and go 15% of the budget. Everybody come they score them, they say yes, they try because they believe say when the place is secured, then it will attract foreign investment. And when you get foreign investment, that money, that gold, that hard currency where you they chase, it go just come naturally, almost naturally. People will be happy to come and invest. Was it yesterday or thereabout? There was a list of states in Nigeria where USA make their people no visit. 12 states. They say they name them, they call them out. All the states in the south, apart from Edo, then they there. All the states in the northeast, then they there. 12. They say make them not go there.
I don't know this.
I don't know there.
No, congratulate.
Yes, they release list. They remove it. They say no, Edo is safe for them to come.
Why you don't congratulate your governor brother?
Next edition.
They try. Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers. Oh, they say these are red alert zones. Make them not go there. Now, waiting that one mean? That one mean say in the next 6 months, they say they give them 6 months. The next 6 months or 1 year, no, those people don't go expect anything. Say anybody will come. Say not even tourists. Say you want to come look picture, you want to come look animal. You are not free if you go on your own. That's what they told them. You have been advised, and so that brings down the economy in its security. So what the government can do? Government can put more money. For the first time ever in the history of Nigeria, this year, the money for defense and security is higher than any time ever. Yes. And so we expect, say, we will get the dividend of that. This Hydra-headed monster, where they call Boko Haram, insurgent bandits and the rest, you will defeat them successfully, and then they will stamp them out completely. Then it go account, they attract foreigners. Maybe they come into the country to do investment. Of course, education that we know, which is the bedrock of any society, the development of any society is hinged on education. How much of your commitment are you giving to education sector? So we will look at that and see how they intend to fund. But what I saw there, I can't they look wetin they give education. I can't they still see in 2022 the school feeding program is still there.
Scam.
And this one are waiting we know they see. According to our brother,
no.
He said it exists. Wait,
it exists.
Among.
Now those state government no want to.
They no want to.
Yes.
So,
what do we do?
Huh?
What do we do?
I don't know. Because I have the facts.
It's
existing in all the other northern states as we speak, sir.
Yes, school.
That one.
You carry as project. Tell us
where.
Yes, what can they tell you? Be say when they say, Papa say, see food, see this tuber of yam is for you. Start eating. Then you will say you no want eat. So when the money come. No.
Your document. When they ask you now, the document where you get.
He said money come.
One day we will get
maybe we will just look at that.
Yes,
so what did they when you go say government no dey try? In other places, e be like say government dey try. Why no come dey try for our own part? What is wrong with us as a people? Government say come and carry money. Now see UBE program. When they will say you want build schools, you want renovate our own state, you know we'll see wetin dey happen because maybe somebody want to play politics with everything. So we are not discussing politics now. We are talking of budget.
Make you allay the fear of the public, because I put for us, we'll give an opportunity now to call in and make your contributions to what we discuss. But get one area when I want me to put mouth, because so many people in the public know most of these programs are to educate people. Like that member of House of Rep come see, he remember say former minister collected over $60 billion or something like that. I just try to get the video, never I say I'll play the video. Okay, and at that money when we see former minister collect now, made a set of machine go collect the money, come make the borrow again. That the money was then a service debt. It can't pass. No, they want to do project.
That one now when you go they cry say something happened, whereas you were there when it was happening. Now is that yes, you were there, you are not crying. Is that Nigeria now? For Nigeria now you go see say minister go say we get list of those where they do this, we get list of those where they sponsor, we get list of those where is it list we want to see? No.
I know, wait first, talk and well.
Yes,
because okay. I know that with all due respect, former President Ebele Jonathan, you know what we talk about that? We know those. You know there was one bomb they do at what they do for Zimandala, somewhere around Niger State. I mean, you don't forget.
Yes.
Somewhere around Niger State, because we know those who are responsible.
They
talk openly.
Now to talk. If you
know, talking, but so I said again list.
Yes, if you know you are a leader, Nigerians are not interested in saying. You must walk your talk. Apart from telling us say you know, prosecute them now. We want to see that they are taken for trial. Not be say you go dey talk am say we know this, we will soon display. Then we want us to be clapping for you. Government will tell us we will soon display the list of people who are responsible for the killing. We will display the list of people who are sponsoring. We will display the list of people who are aiding and abetting. They are very free to aid if you cannot show them the way out. See now, person say minister wey carry money is big enough for Nigeria to borrow, make dem no dey borrow. Tell us where the money is. ICPC dey there, EFCC dey there. Give them link to report. E get one paper when I dey read this.
No. You know why I no go agree with you for here. You see, make I just quickly add something. You see Hush Puppy.
Yes.
And you see DCB Abakari.
Yes.
Before America come here, come see the war arrest.
They don't
finish all the investigation. Meanwhile, for Nigeria here, what we receive is say government agency like AFCC,
go to lose case, corruption case. That means we're not prepared. Have you ever seen that before? An American institution fighting corruption will lose a case against a citizen.
Well, if they don't have the facts.
Hello, hello, good evening, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. What do you know where they call us from, sir?
Okay, this is Lagos.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Really, I'm highly happy. So interested. I never know that something like this is happening. And I just seen this nation. This shows me that it's Nigerians that are told to really tell what is happening with this nation. I just commend the white blood. I really love it.
Thank you,
I
sir.
really enjoy all that.
Thank you, sir.
And the Lord continue to do it.
Amen. Amen.
Continue doing what they're doing in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Yeah.
Thank you. God bless you.
All right, amen. Where are you from? So you don't drop your. Okay. Yes, you have the floor.
So what I was saying that is this. I said when we were asking whether the state can lose a case between the state and an individual, I said it is possible.
Yes.
No. You don't have the facts.
But what I'm talking about is international crimes.
Yes.
Do you see that happening? That the Republic governor stole 10 billion.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, we go to court. The court will say, yes, they can't lose the case. The state are acquitted.
Well, that
is just the case in Nigeria.
Well, that is how it seems.
No. Now so he be. People be say it seems.
Well, now so it is.
Not be lack of evidence.
No, for example, look at
the person don't go settle.
see one.
Then the court say, okay, you don't settle, leave him.
See one celebrated case, Uduota, Senator.
Make people take this call. Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. My name is Morris.
Where do you come from?
I'm calling from Benin.
Go ahead.
I'm listening to the discussion now. What is happening?
Yes.
I tell my well, Nigeria, I don't know where we go.
I'm not going to tell us where we go.
This budget we will talk now. Education is very wrong for development. Now, Peter said the put for education. All the money will be put for the defense. Where will it lead us to?
To Kano Jeto. We can't look this like now. Before we back to Kano, and now we back to Kano. Any difference?
Okay, no, Frank. You get what I want to ask.
Okay, ask me.
We have 80% of this budget that we do now.
Debt.
Now, what is the service debt? 80%. That's number one. Two, can't we cut cost of governance? Where you go start? Because when you start just and you say Senate, but after they don't bring social amount, they go add their own, and they really give account. How can we continue like that?
So now the leaders
that because nobody they account to anybody say see where this money go, see where no money. Nobody they account to anybody. We will say no cut that cost. Cut that cost. You see senators buy booklets of aircraft as in where they fly. You hear me now? Now booklets they buy of tickets. When any of their children there won't go now just to enter plane.
Yes. And now the cost of governance too.
How can we cut that cost of governance?
To cut them, now for presidency to rise up, say this thing not go be again. President will talk, as an increaser, you can't pay them. That means that 18 and betting is looking for law. You don't shout come and Nigerians want to come. The money they bring first, but they not defend the budget. We will say we'll both still give them. But now they can't adjourn them again. And when they adjourn them all together, they don't go account for them. More come. Presidency of it talk because as Oga talk just now, a lot of things for Aso Rock, not their constitution. All those offices not there. So now both sides. That's why judiciary call them spoil them. Any case now you go there for court for Benin go talk one thing, court for Sokoto go talk one thing over the same matter.
Yes.
You know, not even over the when you talk like that, you make people understand that. Two high courts.
The
way judiciary can be, they call the main mockery of Nigerians.
Yes.
And mostly our children, where they read law, where they study social study. Because ordinarily, when they go teach them for law, say they will get high court, they will get appeal court, they will get supreme court. they go get magistrate court.
Yes.
Then they also they get
Customary.
2 courts of coordinate jurisdiction.
Yes.
Now, something go happen for what you mean for River State. They go one court, high court go give judgment for River State. The next one go here say Jigawa high court too don give another judgment on the same matter to counter what happen. Then the next one will say this one don strike out.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
Yes.
the children wey dey study law for university they call the one that say but this is not what they are teaching
And
us.
they go study am like that.
Yeah.
Now more wahala. So the cost of governance, if president dey sincere, legislature dey sincere, judicial not get choice. All these people dey so they be fathers o, they be mothers o. We suppose train the younger generation on sincerity, accountability. Now they where I use thief, now they thief this money so. Because you young see something wey not 2 days straightforward. You come bend down, bend them, come dey straightforward. Parents na dey FRIS, na they dey there, they say one chop food of 550 million naira. Which food you want chop? One sew uniform for billions of naira. You use uniform. Which school they go for? I don't need to go collect tax. You want go from one office to the other, you need not need uniform. Agbero dey get uniform. Now they give them money for uniform.
Talking about uniform sef, if they don't even look at that one, the police wey all of us know.
Na their money dey use o. Na their money o.
For close to how many as I don become adult, na the money na they take dey buy clothes wey be government agency. Their shoes,
Shoe na their money.
their this everything. Na that then you come but get that kind of money say you want to cancel uniform, you want to go collect money from collector.
And na apron they wear. Now where they see na apron they wear. Just
So
like
the
the
apron,
AFCC now, they wear apron join the one they wear. So if the cost of governance they cut am or they dey sincere with am, all this money not to borrow again. They'll still borrow again. President say they need $1 million. As for assembly, go say 0.5 join am.
Yes.
That's why just enter debt so.
There was another one that will take pass.
Yeah, take pass am. So corruption go hard before e finish for Nigeria. Cause who never dey corrupt, na many pass who don dey corrupt. Everybody wan go there as we talk just now. If you dey law now, you wan study law. You go say okay, 2 courts of competent so jurisdiction. They'll give you different rulings. So they say talking like that. Now what you pikin see papa dey do, now you go mostly do. Not what papa talk. Now what you see papa dey do. They do am.
Yes.
From there pikin go do am. So we dey talk about list just now. If na yahoo boys now, they will show their face immediately because they be children. But if the adults still, they say they get list, and that list no go surface till their kingdom come. Don't see am.
Na lie be that.
So anything I'm betting.
And even when you even measure this yahoo self, another area where another dangerous area when hello, good evening. Most of the things, Zainab, Minister for
Finance,
they talk about taxes. Nigeria don't pay tax. Nigeria don't do this. But when they look at cutting that cost, if at all we look at other areas, when we say we go scale that, is it possible for federal government to scale down some areas?
Yes.
Like which area?
It's very possible. You know what thing government supposed to do? There is a body called Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission. There is a body like that where government set up.
Yes.
See, how much me go get? How much you go get? How much governor will get? Now that body, now they write down for paper, they come out. So what they will first do now to scrap that body because they don't outlive their usefulness. They know they're useful for Nigeria again.
or they don't make them they useful.
This one are because now for Nigeria I don't see say you go see person wey dey pay another person. You go make that person make e get money more than you. You go see ordinary councillor. Sorry, I dey use the term ordinary. There's nobody who is ordinary. We are looking at the level now. From the local government level, the persons who are the legislative arm there, you go see am say maybe just secondary school certificate holder, e go enter there. In a year or two, the person don dey buy motor, e don dey build house. You go come say how? They go say you no know say na politician. Politician dey meet money. E get machine wey take dey make money. Otherwise, me go fit be politician. But me don look am. They don't get machine when they take they cut money. And na people that they put this money down for them. And this is this body. So first of all, scrap this body because they don't know what they do. If they know what they do, they will put the table down. Let us know how much should the president earn, how much should the governor earn, how much should senators earn. It will come down like that. Then tell Nigerians how reasonable it is. Now the same country, now you go say they will give one worker when they work for 30 days in a week, 30,000. In the same country, you will see another person who get 13 million working for the same country. Then how you go say problem no go dey. Problem go dey when you dey say cut down the cost of governance. Now there go start. So now that body where they cut how much everybody will take, because like I told that day, I say politicians no dey steal money. They no dey steal money because na person dey make the money available. They will say constituency project take 1 billion. Now you don't put them for back pocket.
Okay. They also say presidential fleet they will maintain with 12.5 billion.
Yes.
Now the issue is this presidential fleet and all that.
You first of all say wetin be presidential fleet.
Wetin be presidential fleet? Go one spend 12.5 billion.
That one na plane wey president dey take travel.
Travel, yes.
Wey dey Nigeria na about 8 na im be when im get private jets. So they go maintain am. Apart from maintain am, they go buy new one. How much you talk just now?
12.5 billion.
Now who wan buy am come and who dey do all of that? Who dey check whether they really buy? Who dey check whether they really maintain? Na there the thing be. So supposing they go say when our president now when he dey campaign that time, he say he go reduce the fleet to 2. When Jonathan dey use about 6. He say he go reduce am to 2. But today they use 8.
Come out 2.
In they use 8. Take the travel. Now reducing it, make am 1. If president no fit travel, make he use this. They go say, look at this man. He dey think like poor man. Yes, so now the nation when we be, if we are truly sincere, we will live by example. You see wetin one custom person do today, the controller general. He can't go one office for Lagos as an applicant. He say he want international passport. He can't wear ordinary dress. As he reach there, they tell him, Oga, wetin go be 50,000, they will say 70. Wetin go be, they give am the list. He just dey listen. Okay, they come say, we say from point, say they need a Niger. They ask him, you get indigenization certificate? He say, no get, okay, Oga, we will do am for you. He say, how much be that one? He say, 3,500. This. After they don't finish all, he come comot. Later, I come call the chief there, say, na me come there just like be like Jesus Christ. Everybody dey praise that man since morning now say, na so leader suppose be. If you are a governor, govern well, relate with the people. If you are a president, preside well, relate with the people. Not be say you will just sit down for one place, everybody go dey pay homage to you, go be like shrine. One native daughter will just dey there, you go dey talk wetin wan be, wetin no wan be. So cut down your spendings and then let the country move.
Frank, time not again.
Yes.
How do we reduce cost of governance?
Make president fair reduce your own. Could they carry the paper and go meet there for assembly?
Okay, now you own the make the
yes, make fair reduce your own. What God is your own?
But the national assembly is waiting.
No, what's not reduce? You never want carry paper and go meet them. You fair reduce your own. So that they want talk, you say, come, I don't reduce my own. No. So, anything I don't know, I'm still reduce my own. If president reduce your own, how about they watch them now? You don't raise song. We'll do the backup for you. We'll tell the chorus. President go first. That'll be the first person. We'll go reduce your own. Go there sincere with Nigerians. Office of the first lady, we're not the constitution. Before you lock up. Anything we're not correct, remove them first. They can't bring please late. Carry go out of assembly. As the kind of reach there, if this one raise eyebrows, you tell them say, see what thing we don't do. From 8 plane, 6 come down to 8. I want you know that now for transport. Only you get 8 planes. Where you want to go? Monday, Tuesday to Sunday, 7 days in a week. Then public holiday. 8 days.
They use one.
We use one. So now president that be the problem.
No.
That be the problem.
No, be president, no problem.
Presidency. The office, presidency. That you will speak. That be the problem. If the problem not there, the legislators not get right to take adjourn their own. Because as they adjourn their own, president talk say, why you adjourn am? I don't agree. He go approve am. Now with presidency, no problem.
Okay, my profiles to salute now. That's how we to wrap up the program today. All the people who call us, we salute now well from Lagos and different parts of the country. We salute now. We'll do it with again on Friday, and we'll discuss more issues. Our brother will be from Buru Right Africa, he and Frank, my friend.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the network don't configure and will not fit join us for Zoom, but I'm sure say in another time he will join us again. Frank, I salute you well.
You do well,
That's how we say join us this evening, and Oga Aichoya, I salute you.
Thank you very
Until Friday, we'll do it again. Until then, God bless Nigeria.